To say that last game, though it didn't go so well for Leon, I did say at the beginning it was a Protoss map. So Leon can just look at that map and say I wasn't meant to win that map anyways, and he should be able to do better on this map, which is his pick. It's Overgrowth, which is a good Zerg map.
Yeah, it absolutely is. When both players are ready, we'll be getting into the game. But how has your experience on ladder been playing ZVP on this map?
This is like the standard map, to be honest. I don't think anybody in the world would actually say, "Oh, I hate playing on Overgrowth." So
Yeah.
I think this is the most vanilla map. So like, when I think of if someone says like, "Oh, I played a game of StarCraft the other day, and this guy opened this," and I picture it in my head, it's always on Overgrowth. So
I think for
I mean, I don't.
me, that map is probably Metalopolis.
Well, maybe when I was a lot younger.
Many, many years ago.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Welcome to Chat Sing a Song. How you doing?
Okay, so we are on the loading screen.
We are in the loading screen for the beautiful gold map Overgrowth LE. We'll be seeing where the players spawn, although this being a two-position map, they're not going to have to do any guessing like they did last game.
Yep.
Okay, Zane, give me your prediction. Who's going to win this next map?
I think Leon's going to take this, and I think he's going to do something sneaky.
Ooh, interesting.
So in the top right position, we do have, leading the series 1-0, ThatGuy spawning as the blue Protoss. And in the bottom left, the pink Zerg, leoninhk.
Hopefully Leon can pull one out of the bag. That would be pretty cool to see.
Oh, and the drone... Okay, it's just a drone scout. I mean,
Is it, though? Is it really?
we could... I don't know, actually. It does make sense to drone scout this early, to be honest. But
Not
I
on a
think he did it-
two-player map. He did
think
it
he
last
did it-
game.
Yeah, but even then, on a 4-player map, you shouldn't drone scout that early.
Yeah,
It just hurts your economy too much.
definitely not on a four-player map. Like, as a Zerg, do you really care that much, like, where your opponent spawns?
Yeah.
I mean, it decides whether you maybe go
Oh, and
3
the
hatch
10
instead of
gas
2
goes
hatch.
down. I do think we're gonna... Oh, okay, I'm getting excited. It's
No.
extract trick.
Yeah, it was an extractor trick. What a sad time.
I'm looking so forward to something sneaky. This is all I can think about.
There's the drone into the base. He's
And yeah,
revealed
I-
it.
It's just a scout by the looks of it.
See, scouting this early has literally told him nothing. That's
Yeah,
the downside to
Yeah.
this.
I mean, he's the gateway, but like, what's the point? He's gonna do the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah, he is indeed. I guess the game will carry on as normal, and we won't see any
Okay,
early rushes.
this drone is going to the third? No, it's going to the gold. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna see a proxy hatch. It must be, right?
A proxy hatch on his opponent's gold.
Yeah, this can actually be very strong.
Could you explain to us how this works for the viewers?
I think Leon's going to do a different version of it. I think what he's going to do is what he did against me, where he makes a hatch here, he gets burrow, gets roaches, and then just goes for like a roach bust, and then burrows roaches at their natural, so they can't take it for a very long time.
Right.
But what Cats does is he takes this gold base, and then he makes a bunch of queens and a bunch of spines, and then a bunch of lings using the gold mineral eco boost, and then he breaks the debris, and then using his massive amount of queens, he spreads creep all the way up to the Protoss's natural, and then just walks 10 spines there, burrows his 10 spines, and then the queens transfuse the spines, and then even when there's like 4 or 5 cannons, the spines will break the wall and the Zerglings come in. It's a very hard build to beat.
That does sound like kind of fun, though.
Yeah, you need to know it's coming to stop it, and it's one of those builds that the first time you play against it, you'll just lose because it's so weird.
Yeah.
But when you know how to beat it, then you have a chance.
I did play a game on ladder once where my opponent just built spines all outside my base, and I was just like,
Right.
well, this is interesting.
Getting a bit distracted, we do notice the probe comes in and sees the lack of a natural, and it even sees the roach warren, so
Oh.
he should know exactly what's up. And the probe's actually stuck. He needs to mineral walk that straight away, or else the drone's gonna kill it. And the drone kills
There we
it.
go. Free kill for that drone. Good job.
Bad micro by ThatGuy. Amazing micro by Leon.
Amazing micro to
Killing
click
probe
on that
with
one
one
probe.
And one roach warren. That roach
Yeah.
warren was very important for that move.
It was indeed. So, Mothership cores out, Stalker's on the way, Gateway Research, and a Forge. Pretty
Yeah,
standard.
And the pylon coming down, so he's going to want to put cannons there as soon as the forge finishes, because he knows that something sneaky is going on.
Indeed. He hasn't actually scouted the base so far. Maybe the mothership core will be the lucky one to stumble across this, but as we see at the moment, just roaches coming out of here.
He's sending the mothership core all the way across the map. I don't think that's a wise choice. And oh my god, a huge mistake by Leon. He's gonna lose the Overlord. All he had to do is move it north up into that high ground, and it would have been totally safe and given him vision of the Protoss.
Not only that, he's already supply blocked before the Overlord dies, and now that the Overlord is dead, bad things
that
are
was
going to happen.
very bad. Like that spot on the high ground near the natural is just, you should always just have your Overlord there. They won't be able to kill it until they get out air units.
Yep. 2 Stalkers on the way, Burrow about to complete. The Stalkers are going to see the Zerglings going past.
Interesting, the Stalkers and Mothership Core are on the other side of the map, and the Roaches are already coming in, and they're going to snipe the cannon, maybe? They have to snipe the cannons. They have to snipe the cannons. They can't let the cannons get up, and instead he's going for probes. I don't really like this choice, because when those cannons get up, it's going to be so hard to reinforce this.
Yep.
And as 3 Stalkers will take on 3 Roaches, so and then he can't reinforce. Like he has 4 Lings coming in. Are they really gonna just run past the cannons? They'll
Managed
just
to
die.
get a Stalker and uses the Burrow nicely. No detection as of yet as well.
Oh, and he does lose one Roach. Some
Bad micro
missed
losing
there.
a Roach.
All 4 Lings run past those 2 cannons and die, and now 3 Roaches are gonna come. Are they gonna die too?
One of them will.
One will. I mean, yeah,
The
this
other one's going to be low.
this isn't really worth it. I mean, look, 24 probes to 18 drones. There's no natural base. He has to do game-winning damage with this. Like,
I mean, he does have double the army supply of his opponent, and still
even
no detection on the
comes
field.
in, and they can cast that opponent overcharge, and then 2 more Roaches run in. 1 dies. He just needs to not send Roaches in one at a time. He needs to get a big force of them and just snipe down that pylon. And then one Roach just sacrifices itself, and then another one's gonna come and die. Only 2 Roaches left in the main, so
That Roach is in range of the turret's detection, so it is going to die. I mean, if he had destroyed those cannons, I genuinely feel he would have taken this game.
yeah, I mean, it's clear that Jeffrey had no idea that the hatchery was on his side of the map. So
Nope. I mean, he knows now, but I mean, there wasn't anything to tell him that that was the case.
burrow the Roach, and the Roach at the natural will just about burrow, but it's in range. Yeah, interesting to note that the cannon has longer detection range than attack range, so despite the cannon not attacking it, it could still see it, so the Mothership Core could kill it.
Yep, that is absolutely the case. So one thing I wanted to ask you, Zane, in this build, would you normally be mining from this gold base?
Well, he should do. I think when you do a gold-based build as Zerg, what you do is you send 10 drones across the map, even though that will cut your mining for about like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
The gold base reaches max saturation so quickly it becomes worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you have 20 drones, you need every drone to do as much work as possible.
Yeah, that's
And
still
I mean,
the
there's
case.
even the robo, the observers are on the way. There's one in the main actually that managed to snipe off the rest of the Roaches. And I don't see how this is going to work.
One pylon down, but he's not getting through the
The
gateways
Queens are nice,
and the
but
stalkers.
he didn't even need to use Photon Overcharge to hold the first wave, and he still has that. And to be honest, minor criticism, this wall is way too far forward. Like, if he Photon Overcharges natural, he can probably still hit the wall. So this wall should be like 3 spaces up, to be honest, but it shouldn't matter anyways, this series. And Leon did take his natural base, but he still has yet to put drones on it, so his economy is still very poor.
He does have drones on the gold at last, so he's going to at least start mining from
Only
there.
3, and no more on the way.
No.
He's basically all in, so I don't really know what he needs to do at this point. I mean, there's Immortals on the way. It's just probably going to be like an Immortal Sentry all-in follow-up, and I don't think there's any way to hold it.
Yeah. He had a window of opportunity, unfortunately he missed it. So this game looks like it's going the way of our Protoss player once again.
Mm-hmm. And this is a best-of-5 series, so if that guy takes this, then he will be on match point, and we could be seeing our first sweep in an Imperial show match.
The first ever sweep. I hope it doesn't happen. I really want to
hope
see
so. I hope
Leon
so,
fight
too.
back. I think he's got it in him. I believe.
Mm-hmm. He has a 100% win rate against me.
100%. He knows how to beat a Protoss.
Definitely. And as the second Immortal pops, no, that he's making a third. So I assume when this third Immortal comes out, he's just going to march across the map, and he might probably make a quick stop to kill this gold, and then he'll go over to the Zerg side of the map and just destroy everything. It's going to take a miracle for Leon to win, but I do believe in miracles.
Myself also.
Like, some of the StarCraft games I've seen wild things in my life.
Sing Song in chat says that Zane, you beat him with Mass Sentry Triple Forge. Have you any comment?
It's true.
It is true. It is true. That's just
But
showing the power of
I've
Leon that
beaten
he
a
was
lot of
able
people
to
with
win.
Mass Sentry Triple Forge, so it's nothing to be ashamed of.
And here comes the Protoss. There's not a lot you can do at this point, is there,
Okay.
really, other than admire?
There's 3 Swarm hosts on the way. What is
Swarm
this
host transition is something I miss. It means if he doesn't die now, this game is going to go on forever.
Well, Swarm hosts are overpowered, right? Are they overpowered enough to be able to hold this?
They're not quite Windfesters, so no.
I hope they do win. I mean,
Where are they
Swarm
being
hosts
built?
very
Are they
strong.
being built in
There's
his
only
main?
3 of them, but
They're in his main.
given an infinite timescale, they will make an infinite number of units. Don't forget that.
That is true, but they're also in his main.
And the mothership quarters get sniped. That's really sloppy. It had max energy. There's no reason for it to die. And I think, Leon should retreat.
The
but
force fields are
most of
working
his
against
army's
his own
queens, so They
units.
can't really retreat, so I
Needs
guess
to
there's no
be-
choice. Swarm host coming up. There's 5 more in production.
Here comes Swarm hosts. They should have been built at this base instead of at the main, because now they've taken 4 years
Yeah,
to
they're
walk
taking
here.
too long, and the force fields are going to zone everything out. This hatchery's going to die for sure. He needs to evacuate, but he's not.
I'd like to see at least one
Oh, the
transfuse
transfuse.
before this fight. Oh, there goes one.
But he still has a lot of force fields. He can still zone this out very easily, and he does have an observer, so he can see these swarm hosts. He can kill them. He can shoot them down.
And despite
And
the...
more swarm hosts are popping, but they're at the natural in the main, so they're nowhere near enough to help reinforce this army. There's so many overlords here. They're all going to die too, maybe. And then heavy supply block coming up, maybe.
Probably.
And the queens
Oh!
slowly.
He leaves all of those overlords on 10 HP because he's very generous and doesn't
There's
want
2
to
more
win.
coming because they really want to die.
Those
There's even
ones really
a
wanna
borrowed
die.
queen who thinks she can't be seen, but she can, and she pops out. I guess. Possibly the queen and the overlords were there, so we could delay the army enough, so we could get these 4 queens back to safety. I like to
Maybe.
think that's what happened.
I like to think that the queen was just marking where the overlords were so that the Protoss army could kill them
Oh,
easier.
and there's like 10 zealots in the main, 8 zealots in the main base sniping the
Oh,
lair.
yeah,
There's
we've missed
swarm
that.
host and queen. The queen has enough for a transfuse.
It's already
No,
used
doesn't,
it.
but the-
It used one transfuse already.
The queens are
The queens
slowly
are
coming.
slowly.
Good.
That one's
Oh,
got a transfuse.
transfuse,
Oh! Oh! Clutch!
He's gonna save
He's gonna
it.
save the.
He's gonna save
oh
it
my
as long
god!
as he keeps transfusing and burrows these swarm hosts and gets the locusts out. Maybe pull the drones. No, it's gonna be fine.
There's no more
Don't-
transfuses left. No, and it goes down. I thought that was going to be the sickest play of this show match right there. And
now
he's
we
placed
have a
the new one
one-base
off-center.
against a nearly 3-base Protoss. So
The new base is
Robo Bay
actually
on the-
off center.
second Robo on the way. Colossus production started. Shields, Thermal Lance. Yeah.
Twilight Council.
But there are 11 swarm hosts on the map.
There are 11
Have
swarm
you seen
hosts.
what Snook can do with 11 swarm hosts?
Win a lot,
Win a lot, yes.
like all the time.
I think if Snook took over, he would win this match.
You really off one
he could,
base
yeah.
against a 3 base Protoss
Yeah,
with Colossi.
but he has swarm hosts.
Yeah, but look at the supplies. Let's just take a moment to look at the army supply. It's double in favor of our Protoss, nearly.
But think about this: when the locusts die, how much did your army supply go down by?
Well, we just saw a bunch die and nothing changed, so I guess it's 0.
So, if he kept making locusts and kept doing damage with them without losing any swarm hosts, he could, in theory, win.
Killerbot makes a good point. Leon isn't Snoot, but Sing Song asked, "What about Jaedong?"
Jaedong definitely couldn't. Jaedong's really
Jaedong,
bad.
Jaedong's already lost at this point.
Yeah,
Jaedong GG'd 5 minutes ago.
Jaedong, actually.
I think you're right.
Jaedong would have lost a long time ago.
Now he needs to rally these swarm hosts the other way because otherwise he's dead.
Yeah, and it's too late actually. This third base is going to die. I mean, look at the. If you just look to the north of
well
the third,
saturated
it
third
takes 3
base.
force fields to wall that off. And then the
Yep.
locusts won't go to by unless they come through the south, which will take a long time. And
It
then
doesn't matter, he's sending them north anyway, so...
it takes a few force fields to stop that as well.
Those were not the 3 force fields he was
Look,
looking
just
for.
look at that. The entire Protist army just runs away from 4 locusts. That's how strong swarm hosts are.
Yep, they are kind of
there,
broken.
there are 19 swarm hosts out now. That's a lot. You can't...
What I want to know
19 swarm hosts.
is why swarm hosts are so cheap.
I mean... It's funny to note that...
our Zerg player is on 1 base and has managed to afford 19 swarm hosts. What has been
he's just
going
starting
on?
the layer now at 19 minutes 30 because it was sniped earlier.
The infestation pit is actually bleeding out because of...
No, I thought it was.
Oh
but
no,
it
it's
wasn't.
being attacked,
It
and
was-
now it's
But
dead.
now it's dead.
Well, there go the swarm hosts.
The
I
layer's gonna get
suppose.
sniped, and there's no way that's gonna live. The queens are way too far away. There's not even creep joining the main to the natural, and yeah, this hatchery's gonna die.
Wait a minute.
gonna
Don't say,
die.
never say never.
Oh.
No, look at the transfuses. Look at the trans. He's still got like 5 more. 4,
I guess he
3,
decided to go for the drones
2,
instead. He's still might
1.
get it.
He's still gonna get it. The, Zerg,
No,
the
he won't.
zealots are never gonna die.
The zealots are too busy killing other things, like
the zealots are never
entire
gonna
middle
die.
line, for example, for a
You
start.
should use those transfuses before the queens all die.
He's a transfuse at 1 queen. Oh, it dies. Okay.
And well, the left finished.
Okay, instead of killing the lair, he's gonna kill. Okay, he's gonna kill everything anyway.
He's gonna bring
And
in
then he has
a bunch
his
more
army
zealots
on
and
the
win the
right side of
game.
map with 4 colossi.
Okay.
Just doubling the supply now.
Even with 19 swarm hosts, can you see a way out of this game?
Yeah, you have to call Snoot and get him to come to England very quickly.
I think the only way out is typing GG.
No, I think Snoot could do it.
Singer-song poses a good question. On a scale of 1 to Jaedong, how much do you love Jaedong?
Jaedong.
I agree, Jaedong.
I wonder what Jeffrey's thinking right now. I guess he must know he's won. I guess he's just savouring his victory.
Something along the
Is
lines
this Colossus
of...
going?
Oh no.
Oh, it didn't. I thought it would go all the way deep, but it didn't.
That Colossi is rolling deep. Is he
And
trading
Stalker
3 units?
separate
Oh, the
rest of
blink!
the army.
The blink! Clutch play. I don't know why he doesn't just walk around and kill all the swarm hosts from behind whilst they're sort of kind of
I
isolated.
don't know why he doesn't walk forward and kill the swarm hosts from any direction. And the
Because
Stalkers
his
are coming-
opponent
I mean,
has somehow
this
built
is such
more
a good position for
bases.
the Stalkers. They can blink like into the main. They can blink up into like that ramp area. So the locusts don't.
Where
know
were the
which way to go.
locusts? Were the locusts killing the zealots? I didn't see where they went.
No, they're on the left. They're attacking the Stalkers. But the thing with this position is, he can just blink into the main. So the locusts think, okay, I'll go up the ramp. But then if he does that, then the Stalkers just blink and kill the swarm hosts. It's like a lose-lose situation. Instead, Stalkers just come back, snipe this base to make sure that the Zerg is on 1 base. And as the supply comes to 176 to 61, I don't think there's any way to win. Even Snoot would lose at this point, I admit that.
Absolutely.
Interesting to note that the mineral and gas count for both players, 4,000, 2,000 for a Protoss,
Yep.
and 2,000, 1,500 for a Zerg.
Jeffrey appears to be going for Facebook money with his bank account here in this game. He just
I
doesn't
can't
want to
really
spend
blame
any
him.
money.
I think he knows he's won, he's just taking the relax. He probably has one hand on the mouse. Probably just like relaxing.
Probably, I don't know,
Getting ready for the next game.
Reading
thinking about
Facebook.
what map his opponent might pick.
yeah. Watching YouTube videos, killing this Nexus with 1 zealot.
Well played.
There's the GG. And I think that's going to be it for this game.
Yeah.
As this last wave of locusts achieve absolutely nothing.
Well played, and the game is over. That guy leading the series 2-0, and this is a best of 5, so that guy is on match point.
Indeed, he is. Zane could Leon
Yes.
have won that game?
Yeah,
How
you
many-
can win any game.
How many times?
Infinite.
Infinite times. That's how many swarm hosts he had.
Exactly. He had
Yeah.
so many swarm hosts.
He had infinite locust.
Infinite. Like I think someone did some tests in like I don't know, like some other country, and they just kept making locusts, and they never ended.
They actually tested that.
Yeah, they just keep coming out, and then by induction you can say that if locusts come out like now and they come out like 1 time later,
Yep.
if they come out 1 later, that means they'll come out forever by induction.
Yep. If in the base case they come
But
out and
but
then
but the guy still tested it anyways. And
yeah,
by the guy, I don't mean that guy. I mean someone else.
no, that guy's a different person from the
Yeah,
guy. We should clarify that.
definitely.
Okay, cool. So that makes it 2-0 to our Protoss player, Jeffrey, and we will be letting Leon choose the next map again before we go into game 3. Fingers crossed he can reverse all kill his opponent.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I mean, it has happened before in GSL and a lot of other tournaments,
And this
so
is
it's possible.
definitely comparable to GSL.
Yeah, I would say so.